Most people think SB19 just announced a concert film. They're wrong, because hidden inside this announcement is a strategy that could help the group reach millions of people who have never seen them perform before. And the surprising part? Almost nobody is talking about it. At first, Simula at Wakas looked like the perfect ending. An unforgettable concert, an emotional goodbye, a night that fans believed would live only in memories. But what if that night wasn't the ending at all? What if it was actually the beginning of something much bigger? Let's take a closer look. When Simula at Wakas was first announced, expectations were already sky high. SB19 had spent years building a reputation as one of the strongest live performers in Asia. So fans expected an incredible concert. What they didn't expect was an experience people would still be talking about long after it ended. It wasn't just the music that impressed the audience. It was the way everything worked together. Every transition felt intentional. Every visual supported the story. Every performance built on the one before it. Instead of feeling like a playlist of songs, the concert unfolded like a movie. Every chapter pulled the audience deeper into the journey. And by the final performance, many fans weren't just applauding. They were emotional. Some called it the best SB19 concert they'd ever witnessed. Others said it reminded them why they became 18 in the first place. But once the lights went out, something unexpected happened. Thousands of fans left the arena carrying unforgettable memories. Millions of others were left with questions. What really happened that night? Was it truly as powerful as everyone claimed? Social media quickly filled with fan recordings. Short clips, photos, reaction videos. They showed pieces of the experience, but never the complete picture. Watching a 30-second clip is nothing like living the entire journey. And for international fans, that gap felt even bigger. Many had supported SB19 for years. They celebrated every comeback, streamed every release, stayed awake for live streams despite the time difference. Yet one of the group's biggest performances remained completely out of reach until now. SB19 has officially announced that the Simula at Wakas Concert Film will premiere on Weverse this July. For many people, that sounds like simple entertainment news. A concert film. Another streaming release. End of story. But that's exactly where most people stop looking. Because this isn't only about giving fans another way to watch a concert. It's about removing the biggest obstacle between SB19 and a worldwide audience. Think about it. Not every supporter can fly to the Philippines. Not everyone can afford international travel. For countless fans, seeing SB19 live has always been a dream that felt impossible. Now, that distance suddenly feels much smaller. One concert, one platform, millions of people finally getting the chance to experience what only a few thousand witnessed in person. And that's where this story becomes much more interesting. Because if SB19 simply wanted to upload a concert, they had plenty of options. So why choose Weverse? The answer may reveal something much bigger about where SB19 is heading next. So, why Weverse? At first, the answer seems obvious. It's a popular platform. Millions of fans use it. Case closed. But the more you look at it, the more interesting the decision becomes. Because if SB19 simply wanted people to watch a concert film, there were countless ways to release it. So why choose a platform designed to build fan communities instead of simply streaming content? That's the question worth asking. Because Weverse isn't just a place where artists upload videos. It's a place where fans stay connected, where one event often leads to another. One performance becomes a conversation. One conversation becomes a community, and communities create loyal audiences. That's exactly what separates global artists from artists who simply go viral. Going viral gets attention. Building a community keeps that attention alive. SB19 understands the difference, and this release may be proof of that. Now imagine you're someone who's never followed SB19 before. Maybe you've heard their name once or twice. Maybe one of their songs appeared in your playlist. Or maybe YouTube recommended this concert film out of pure curiosity. You press play, expecting another ordinary concert. But within minutes, something feels different. The opening grabs your attention. The production feels cinematic. The live vocals sound exactly like they should. The choreography isn't there just to impress. It helps tell the story. Then you notice something else. The members aren't performing like 5 individual artists. They're performing like one complete team. Every transition feels intentional. Every moment has a purpose. Without realizing it, you've stopped watching a concert. You're watching a story unfold. And that's where everything changes. Because a music video can make you like a song. A concert film can make you believe in an artist. It reveals something a 3-minute performance never can. Their discipline, their chemistry, their creativity, their ability to command an audience from beginning to end. That's why some of the biggest artists in the world invest heavily in concert films. Not because fans ask for more content, but because they understand something much bigger. People rarely become lifelong supporters because of one hit song. They become loyal fans after experiencing the artist as a whole. SB19 appears to understand that perfectly. And perhaps the timing makes this release even more powerful. Over the past year, the group's international presence has continued to grow. More overseas appearances, more interviews, more global recognition. Each milestone has introduced SB19 to people who had never heard of them before. That creates opportunity, but it also creates a challenge. Curiosity doesn't last forever. If new audiences aren't given another reason to stay, they eventually move on. This concert film changes that. Instead of asking new listeners to search through random clips online, SB19 is offering them one complete experience. One story, one performance, one reason to understand why millions of Aten have believed in this group for so many years. But perhaps the most powerful part of this entire announcement has nothing to do with business, or streaming platforms, or international strategy. It has everything to do with the people who have been waiting for this moment the longest. But beyond every strategy, beyond every platform, beyond every business decision, there's something much more important. The people who made all of this possible. For years, Aten around the world have supported SB19 from a distance. They celebrated every comeback, stayed up all night for premieres, streamed every release, voted in global awards, and proudly introduced SB19 to friends who had never heard of them before. Yet for countless fans, there was always one dream that remained out of reach: seeing SB19 perform live. Not because they didn't care enough, but because reality isn't always that simple. Flights are expensive. Schedules don't always work. Some fans live thousands of miles away. Others have responsibilities that come first. For many people, a live SB19 concert has always felt like something they'll never experience. That's why this announcement feels different. It's not just another piece of content. It's an invitation. An invitation for millions of fans to finally witness the concert they've spent months hearing everyone talk about. Will it feel exactly like standing inside the arena? Of course not. Nothing can replace that. But for many international fans, this will be the closest they've ever come. And sometimes, that's enough to create a memory that lasts forever. But this release also tells us something important about SB19 themselves. They're not simply thinking about the next concert or the next headline. They're thinking about the next generation of fans. Because every artist reaches a moment where growth becomes a choice. Some focus only on selling more tickets. Others focus on building something that lasts. SB19 appears to be choosing the second path. They're expanding their reach without leaving their longtime supporters behind. That's a difficult balance to achieve. And it's one of the reasons they've earned so much respect, not only as performers, but as artists. Now, imagine what happens after this concert film is released. A fan in California watches SB19 for the very first time. Someone in Japan shares their favorite performance online. A reaction channel discovers the concert. Another music lover clicks out of curiosity. One viewer becomes 10. 10 become thousands. And little by little, the story continues to grow. Not because of one viral moment, not because of one lucky opportunity, but because of consistent decisions, that keep introducing SB19 to new audiences. That's how global careers are built. One performance, one connection, one unforgettable experience at a time. So maybe this was never just a concert film. Maybe it was the beginning of something much bigger. Years from now, fans may not remember this as the day SB19 uploaded a concert to Weverse. They may remember it as the moment the group quietly opened another door to the world. And if that's true, then the biggest chapter of SB19's journey may still be ahead. What do you think? Will the Simula at Wakas Concert Film bring thousands of new fans into the SB19 community? Or do you see it as a special gift created for the 18 who have been waiting for this moment? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoy documentary-style stories that explore the bigger picture behind SB19's biggest moments, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.